this is Bienes Raices con Jan. In this channel, we cover topics related to real estate in Puerto Rico. While most of our content is all in Spanish, we have done a few English videos. We're trying to do more of them because we know there's a lot of you out there that have questions related to the market here in Puerto Rico. So I'm trying to provide some information that's going to help you out. My name is Jan Morales. I'm a realtor here in Puerto Rico. I've been working in real estate for the last 3 years, and we love helping people getting to know more about our market, about what works, what doesn't, but also about all the differences in real estate in Puerto Rico, how transactions are managed, and just the unique quirks of real estate deals here in Puerto Rico. And one of those is that most of you that have explored Puerto Rico as an option to buy a property may find out that sometimes it's difficult to be a buyer in Puerto Rico, and you may feel like they just don't want to take my money. You know, like you may think, hey, I'm qualified, I have cash to buy, I definitely want that property. You know, my mom grew up in whatever municipality and I want to move there, or that's where you grew up. But you're finding that sometimes it's difficult to get an agent to represent you as a buyer, or simply they may show you only a few homes and you don't hear back from them. And I want to shed some light into what may cause that here in Puerto Rico. Another thing that I want to talk about is why is that you may not see many properties at all being listed for sale in Puerto Rico, and where you can go to find them. And with that, I'm going to start by saying that one thing to know is that contrary to most states, Puerto Rico, the MLS, the multiple listing service, which is what typically feeds those sites where you go to find properties, often in the states like Zillow, realtor.com, Trulia, so on and so forth, they're not as widely used. So the MLS has very few users in relation to how many licensed agents are in Puerto Rico, which in turn reduces significantly the inventory available for you to see in those sites. So you're gonna find out that a lot of properties here in Puerto Rico are marketed in smaller local websites that may not be real estate specific. They may be marketed only through social media or individual websites of different agents and small brokerage companies. So that's one of the reasons that you may find that finding homes may be a little bit difficult, is because you may not be seeing all the properties that are out there, and that's one of the key and main differences. Number two is buyer agency is a little bit rare. It's not as common here in Puerto Rico, and I think, right, and this is just my opinion, a lot of it has to do that in Puerto Rico, as long as you have consent from both parties on a transaction, you could represent both of them, and in turn sometimes causes that some agents are not open to collaborating with other agents, and that within, you know, other factors as well. And sometimes if you're a buyer and you contact an agent, you may find out that he's only showing you very few properties, or maybe just a single property, and the case may be that that's the only property that he has under his inventory that he actually is the listing agent for. And you may find other agents that really want to help you out and go above and beyond, but they may find, you know, some roadblocks into getting in different properties for you. For example, let's say I'm an agent and you want to find a house in San Juan with certain parameters. I only have one. You went to see that property. It doesn't quite meet your expectations, so you want to see more. So I start calling other agents. I may find out they may be a little bit difficult to get through them, and or they just simply, there's no commission splits there. So it becomes a little bit difficult for me to get you in through those homes because they're not my inventory and I'm not getting access to. So this is one of the main reasons why you see that buyer consultations or buying representation may be a little bit difficult or a little bit different than what you expect or you are used to from seeing in the States. However, some things that are happening in Puerto Rico and that you should be aware of that is slowly growing is that some buyer representatives, some agents will gladly work with you and, you know, put on all their effort to helping you, but it may require an exclusive agreement of representation, and in occasions that agreement may come in also with some clauses that if there's no commission on any deal for that agent that is representing you for a house that you want to go see, that you may be responsible for covering their commission. This was just gonna do in turn is open a lot more doors for you, because let's say that the case is that I called an agent and the agent is like, hey, you know, I'm not sharing commission on this property, you know, and that's what it is. Then I can come back to that agent and say, hey, that's no problem. I have an agreement with my client and he will be covering my part of the commission. So with that being said, that may be a possibility for you to go out there and go see those properties that you want to see. But what I do recommend, definitely don't recommend coming here and just not hiring an agent at all. It is very different. It's very difficult to establish the price of a home, you know, when you compare it to how easy it may be with the data that is available in the States, being that, as we said in the beginning, all the data, all the sales normally go through the MLS. So even Zillow can give you a very fair estimate of the value of a home or square footage price of an area. In Puerto Rico, that's going to be very difficult because we don't have centralized databases that will tell us or give us that information. So it's very fragmented. So I do recommend that at the end of the day, you still work with an agent, because it's going to be able to lead you through the process, which is different. The escrow process is a little bit different, even though we have very similar financing products like FHA, rural, VA loans, and things like that. Still, the process itself changes significantly from what you may be used to in the States. And establishing, you know, especially if you're a cash buyer and you're buying not subject to appraisal, you definitely want to have an agent on your side that can study the market and let you know what to expect for the value of that property, show you some comparables that are not going to be available to you in an easy to pull up website because of our lack of data. So if you're coming to Puerto Rico, you're looking for a house, definitely more than happy to help you. You can find all of our information in the description, and just know that it is different, but it is possible. And we have a lot of great professionals here in Puerto Rico that are willing and able to help you out with the process. And we do hope that you can find your dream home here in Puerto Rico and you can come join us in this beautiful island. Again, my name is Jan Morales. I'm a realtor here in Puerto Rico. This is Bienes Raices con Jan. If you like to hear more information like this, just go ahead and subscribe, follow our channel, and we'll see you on the next one.